Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. You know I usually make that artisan style crusty Italian bread. Today, totally different. We're going to make an Irish sour cream bread, which is more like a large scone, something you'd have with your coffee or with your afternoon tea. It's easy to make. Let's get started right now. We'll start with our dry ingredients first. I have here 450 grams of 00 flour. That's about a pound. And to that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So there's no yeast in this particular recipe. Half a teaspoon of salt, which is about 4 grams, roughly 4 grams of salt. And then we're going to add 65 grams of sugar, just your regular table sugar. And we'll just mix that. So those are all our dry ingredients. Okay, wet ingredients. We have here 120 grams of milk. And you could use any milk you want. I'm using 0% milk fat, just skim milk. And we have our beautiful sour cream. I always have sour cream left over when I have pierogies. This is a great thing to do with it. 240 grams of sour cream. And I like to use the full fat version, the regular sour cream. But you could use any sour cream that you like. Okay, so 240 grams of sour cream. And in that goes. To that, 1 egg, 1 large egg. In it goes. Okay. And now, quite simply, we're going to mix that all together. Now, the key with the mixing is just mix it around and incorporate all those wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and try not to over mix it. So let's get it mixed so that it's all incorporated. And normally I get in there with my hands, but for this dough, for this particular recipe, I don't have to. So everything has been incorporated, you can see there. Okay, it's like a thick, heavy batter. And what I have here now, I've got just the regular 9-inch springform pan that I've lined with some parchment paper. And then I took a stick of butter and I just rubbed it around so nothing sticks. So I rubbed it on the bottom and on the sides. So let's take our dough, our thick batter. Let's get it into the springform pan. Okay. Scrape all those edges. And in it goes. And that side too. Okay. And now, just very gently, just going to spread it out. Spread it out. There we go. Working our way around. And that's good right there. It doesn't have to touch the edges. You can get it. Well, it depends how thick you want it, I guess. So how about I work it a little bit more? I'm trying to handle it as less as possible, though. All right. That's pretty much touching the edge all the way around. There we go. All right. Our oven's been preheating at 350 degrees. So in it goes. It's got to bake till it's around golden brown. So it could be anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes. The toothpick test, if you want, just stick a toothpick in. When it comes out dry, it's ready. But we're going to look for that golden brown color first, and I'll check it in about 40 minutes, and we'll go from there. So it's been 45 minutes. Let's take a look and see how our bread is doing. That's the beautiful golden color we're looking for right there. I'm going to shut it down. And in case I didn't mention, I thought I did, we were baking at 350 Fahrenheit. And 45 minutes is about the average time that it typically takes, but everyone's oven is a little different, right? So let's just, with a toothpick, see what we have here. Nice and clean. Look at this beautiful Irish sour cream bread right there. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, we're gonna have to let it cool down a little bit before we get into it. But one thing I would like to do is just with a butter knife or with a thin bladed knife, just kind of gently go around the outside just to make sure it doesn't stick. I know we buttered it, but just to go around. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, we're gonna let this cool down, folks, and then the taste test. That's what I'm talking about right there. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna let it cool down. Okay, it's still nice and warm, but I want to dig in. Look at that beautiful golden color, and the bottom cooked very, very nicely. This is like a hidden gem right here. Okay, our cooling rack, and let's give a cut. You know what? Let's cut right up the middle. No, I'm going to cut it off of an end. Let me cut the end off. I want you to see what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to cut another slice about 1 inch thick. Just look at that. Still, I know you still see a little bit of steam, maybe it's still warm, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Hey, that's what it looks like on the inside. And as far as the crumb, it's soft, it's delicate, it's moist, and I just happen to have a few slivers of butter close by. Okay, let's put some butter on there, and it's still warm, so it'll melt. Get this butter on there. Okay, let me get it spread and melted on there. And I need to take a quick photo too. But I'll put a little more butter on there too. Can never have too much butter. Okay, let me get this spread. Okay, I got my photo. Time for the taste test. The butter is all melted nicely. All right. Very nice flavor. It is not overly sweet. It has that cake-like kind of texture, but a slightly firmer. And I'm going to say it's nice and moist. The crumb is soft. And I did use 00 flour, low protein 00 flour, and I think that helps. But this, folks, just very, very, very nice. With that little bit of butter on there, this would make for a great side for breakfast or a snack with your coffee or tea. In fact, you can even use this to make French toast. The list goes on. It's very versatile. It's very flavorful. It's not overly sweet. It's got a great taste to it, that little bit of tang with the sour cream, and it makes the moisture, it retains the moisture. It's the absolute perfect combination. Irish sour cream bread. If you have never tried it, give it a try. I think you're going to really like it. I want to thank you for spending time in the kitchen with me. It's a great place to be. And as always, folks, until next time, buon appetito. So nice. Cup of espresso. That's what I'm going to do.